Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 3 here on the farm at Ringwoods. This morning, as you can see, I've started in my office. Got up a little early, like us farmers do, because today is a beautiful day. Today is March 1st. And if everybody's tuned in for the past 2 episodes, you know what that means. It's planting season. And I can't wait to get started. So, save you the bore of tedious paperwork and calls and everything, I'm ready to get out of this office and get right to it, as promised. Now, if you've missed the first couple episodes, don't worry too much. You can always go back and catch up later. But if you have missed them, episode 1 was really just an overview of the farm, telling you what it's all about, showing the overlay of the farm, and whatnot. Episode 2, we kind of did some fun things. We went down to the old red barn, showed you my collection of tractors from old to new and the entire generation history of John Deere all the way up. But if you have turned into episode 1 and 2, you didn't see this beauty. We just picked this up last night, but we're too busy now to work on it. But so she's going to have to wait here a little bit longer. And this is a fun little toy that we like to tool around in, but that'll be for another time. So, like I said, I've been up early this morning. Took the liberty, got every barn door open, let the spring in. Can't wait to start this new season. So, as we get back, I'm gonna cruise right on over here. Got everything lined up, tractor's ready to go, hooked on, gassed up, ready to rock and roll. Today we're going to take out the old Case 400, which I really love. It's a beautiful tractor to drive around. Get the old field cultivator on here. Come on out here. We got some stuff out the barn already. We're hooked onto there. The other Case 400. Again, with the field cultivator on it. Back here, as I said in episode 2, first thing we're going to have to go do is get that field of potatoes planted. Why? Well, let's discover that. If we go right up here, the seasons show us, like I said, we just came out of February, all into March. We're ready to rock and roll. But potatoes has such a long gestation period that I like to get them in the ground real early because they won't be harvested here. The only thing worse is cotton, and that's clear out here. But I have actually going to change my mind today. We're not going to put those potatoes in. I've looked out there in the grain bin, and we've got plenty, enough to last a whole new season. So, without further ado, we're going to go right into our cotton, but we've got to get that field worked up. That way, we can have a little experience on our cotton picker and enjoy a little bit of that ride. So, without any further ado, let's get on out of here. Rock and roll. Now, back up a little bit here. Of course, after we save, we're going to go right up in here. Again, if you haven't tuned in, this is the overall farm pictured here. This is the dealership. We got the market and the big red barn down in here. Everything's pretty central located. And as we look, our green fields, right in here, these green ones. If you grab them over here, it says we're growing. If we back up, we'll go again to the chart. We've got wheat in here. And what's this little brown one? We got some barley. So, those are growing. If you see, we already got some seed beds prepared here. I plan on putting in corn in these fields. And up here, we're going to go into some oats. Down here, we're going to save that this year for soybeans. So, if we zoom in here, this little bit of field right here is where we're going to go start this morning. And get that tilled up and ready to go for some cotton. So, let's get on out of here. Get in our great ride. A lot of times, you won't hear me talk much after this. I really like to hear the rumble of the tractor. So we may just get in, just get going. You won't have to listen to me. And away we go. So, we're having trouble getting in here. We're going to need an enter spot. We'll throw some stuff away here. Hopefully we can get in then. Not sure it won't let us. Maybe we just forgot the key, so all we gotta do is gotta start here. We're just gonna skip around. Let's see if we can't get the right track. We've got so many. There we are. So again, I'm gonna turn up the music. Let's head on down to that farm. Alright, now that we've kind of opened up the field a little bit, hopefully everybody's enjoyed the ride. Lovely. Not sure what I did there, but we'll get back there. Got a little over anxious, so sometimes you just do that and hit the wrong button. So now we got to scale back down. Well, he's actually still going, but what I was going to tell you, after we opened up the field, I decided to turn the operation over and some caliper a little bit. That way we can just go along for a little bit of the ride, watch, listen, explore, see if everything's looking all right. Give him an opportunity to drive. He takes a little bit longer than I normally do, because he always pulls his back up and get going again. But hey, as long as I'm wrong for the ride, I don't care. So let's go back and drive. Be a good time to take back over the tractor since we're on the clock around here. We had a nice time driving, spin this baby around, and then the final pass. Headed back to the barn, pick up something else. Alright, we're going and just listen to some music again. This map so special. The rides on home, just the flowers, beauty, countryside, just everywhere. It's just detailed, so rich and rich. I appreciate the rides home so much. Just look out to the right. Got us a nice, beautiful hillside, full of trees, flowers, and lighting. It's such a pleasing thing to look at. Enjoy. Obviously, we are taking away a different way home than what we came. A little bit longer, but hey, we might just more right up here. This road to the left is where we went down and entered the field. Soon passing this beautiful dealership up here. Episode 2, we came down, enjoyed the track for the ride. Still don't think the dealership knew they were gone for just a small bit. But back down there sometime this afternoon, get everything around, caught up in our work, go down there, test drive a few other see what they have to offer. Hopefully you enjoyed this international case 400. Definitely can hold its weight. There's the steel elevator, get everything out, got a nice large field out there. Take something out there, get it ready for a seatbed. We'll park right here, drop him off. Let's see what is on the agenda next. Obviously, we didn't take anything big down there, as you can see. We needed, you want to call this a small guy, okay, it's a good little time to get that field tilled up. We're going to take this bigger one out there. Remember, we need to plant some grass today, so we want to make sure and get out in that field, till that field up that we're going to plant grass. We've got to get that growing, and we might be able to take 3 harvests of grass off this year. That's so important. Again, another big field cultivator that we could use, even a little bit bigger there, and of course the monster over here, always very impressive. So I think what we'll do at this point, we might just hook onto the speed till disc right here, get that thing into a seed bed, chop up that mulch a little bit more. We could even go over here and hook onto our actual mulcher, but we've got a nice mulch bed as it is right now. So let's stop for a second. we'll go see what our field rate's at now. If you look, this is the field we just tilled up, and if we go over here, what do we have? We've got, well, let's just show you. We'll get up here. We got stubble tillage. That's what's showing there in the green. And basically, we want to get this color, which is our seed bed. Of course, the blue is the cultivated. All we got to do is turn them in the seed bed. So what we'll do is we'll go disc that, get that cultivated, then probably take the roller back down there, create a seed bed, and get ready to plant this to some cotton. So, what shall we choose next? What kind of tractor do we want to take down there? We don't need anything that's real big. This is the Monster Triple over here. I think that's a little bit big. We might take him down there for the roller. We may even go buy a roller. Because that small field, you'll get this big honker out there. And it might take about 3 passes and we'll be done. That's not quite much fun. I know there's a brilliant at the shop, at the store, that we could probably buy, which would be a little bit more adequate instead of hauling that down there. But again, we need to make up some time. Certainly can use that. So, tell you what, I like my little 7R over here. 4 planting. Don't need anything with the dualies. This is singles. This was supposed to go out for potatoes. Again, I've decided we're going to plant cotton at the last moment. And again, just so I can use this. I bought this, and I've still got, I still haven't gotten to use it yet. I kind of want to get my hands on this. Now, granted, we ain't going to harvest a whole lot of cotton, but it's going to be a fun experience to take this thing out there and just got some cotton and see what we get. We might get 2 bales out of it. Worth some money. So anyway, let's see. Got plenty to choose from, people. Should we just take the same tractor back out? What fun is that? In fact, what do we got? This is the big horsepower John Deere. We don't need all that horsepower. Just for a speed till disc. Plus, this is a crop row tractor, but we can use it for whatever we want. So I'm thinking, and if you were with me in episode 2 yesterday, I tried out a brand new tractor that I really, really enjoyed. And honestly, I think we're going to just cruise on back down to the store. Tell you what, let's just try it off the lot. As I said, we buy an awful lot from people, so I don't think they'll mind if we just kind of take it for a test drive. I really like it, which I can put more into. That will come down later. I don't think they will. Back down to the store. Again, if you haven't tuned in before, quite a scene down here. So we're not going to take any John Deere. We're going to stop right over here. And we are going to go play with this Fendt. I just really got a kick out of this. Before we do, I want to check some specs on it. Just to see what this is. What? 942. So we're going to come down here into our owned items. This is definitely in the large tractor division. And we're going to go over here and we're going to find that thing. There it is, the 942. So, if we look down here, this gives us everything we want to know. 415 horse, a little bit less than those internationals. For example, I think the one we just used was this Magnum Power Drive, and that's rated at 435. We're going to go with this Fendt. And you know what? I think that's probably a good, well, what is this? So Genesis kicking out a few. But I really enjoyed the ride on this Fendt, this 415 horsepower tractor. So now that we know what we're driving, let's jump in here. Take this bad boy for a ride. music, open up my speed disc, get that field this stuff, and we might break for lunch after that. If not, we still get some work in. Here we go. Everybody enjoyed that. It's got a really nice rope here to it. It really sounds meaty, beefy. It's got a lot of power in 415. But let's see how she performs along with the speed disc. Get this tilted up. Get her opened up here. There we go. And a good chance to test out this brand new track. Let's enjoy the ride together. little tines back here, just following that mulch, it turned into a really nice seabed. Getting a little bit of a cut on the second pass here. Field cultivated, but a finer. Down there, a little bit deeper. Just tossing the ground around, cutting it up. Trying to make it a nice seabed if we can. Good standing down. This place would go down in there. That is handling really nicely and really definitely not lack of power by any means. Held its own at 12 really nice through here. The final pass here, we'll head on back to the barn. Down we go. Up a little bit. What the tools are doing. We'll cab view here for a second. See what it looks like up here. See sometimes watching all our monitors. A lot of gear operations here. Very nice layout. Of course, we got our little jump seat. Better take it back out. Slow down here. Take that nice final bass. Let's put her away. And back to the barn we go. Stop for a second here and her over there. Nice little pond, dock. Of course, we're down here. This is pretty much the center of the town where everything happens. Got a nice park here, playground for kids. Once again, detail is really engrossing, and just gotta take a second back. Really enjoy everything making us happy. I always say it every episode, it is just one of the best maps I've ever played. A shout out to Stevie, who made this map. Countless hours I'm sure on this, but all for our enjoyment. Way to go, Stevie. I can't wait for your next creation. Alright, back to the tractor. Absolutely got a thrill out of that. I've never used that particular model of tractor. I'm really impressed. The stature of it's really nice. Again, front PTO, front 3 point. Uh, you might be able to use this quite a bit, maybe doing a little hay baling and grass collection with that front PTO. Well, tell you what, we are in good shape. We're gonna we're gonna probably go take our last pass down at that field, get it into perfect seedbed conditions. We'll hook onto that cotton planter and get it planted. After that, we're gonna break out the bigger equipment so we can get that field tilled up basically back there. That is a wheat field, so we're gonna be working a little bit off to the left, right under that hot air balloon right there. We'll get the Magnum out there again and open up this big field cultivator. Um, and who knows? I might even change my mind. Uh, but this one I think is one we're going to use, um, and we'll go from there. Um, I'll give you one last great listen in, thrill, if you may, before we cut this episode off. It will take these too long, but now you know what you're coming back for episode 4 for. We're going to get down there, get tilled up, seed bed, get something else planted, and we'll have our cotton field in by the end of episode 4. I thought you just might enjoy this a little bit, so I'm gonna give you a thrill here, and I hope you enjoy this. I think we'll have a little fun in this baby, running across some fields and so forth. But maybe we should just take it for a spin. Why don't we run down there and check out that grass field and see if that field's ready. I hope everybody enjoyed that as much as I did. What a thrill! Short little ride. This is the field we're talking about. This is what I normally plant my grass right in here. This particular field, and you can see in the bottom right hand corner, down here, where it says crop type grass. It's harvested, 100% fertilized out already. Got a little 24 acre land area, but it defines as field 1 and 18.19 acres. Um, but the reason I have this for my grass field, as you can see, all the animal housing is back here, and my mixers are right on the other side of that tree. So it's a real short distance once you cut it and everything else, just to get it to the silo. So there's no real major running involved. So you can take some time out in these fields. It produces a lot, and you wind up running an awful lot. So you want to keep your grass field really near the location. About every third season, I would probably have to change it because it's not going to produce as good. But then I think what we do is we'll just flip flop it over to this field where we got wheat right now. And the same goes for that. We keep this wheat field a little bit close. We've also got one on the other side, but they're both very close to the location of the farm because we do bale. And we want that straw pickup once we get it in the bales. We want a very short trip to get it into the hay mounds and where it needs to go without any long trips. So there's uh, there's why we put those fields where they are. But I think we'll just run up here just for a little bit and maybe open this thing up. It's been sitting all winter. It really needs to get out. So let's go have a little bit more fun before we put it away. Watch her spin down here. Ah, she sounded pretty nice today. I think she'll run. Maybe we'll even get a little bit more playful. Take these diggers out with a slightly used tread, so we can slide around a little bit and crank some donuts. I am disappointed in myself. I came off the lane back there a little bit and got into our wheat field, and we're gonna lose a little bit there. So I gotta watch my driving next time. So anyway, let's how about we finish where we started this afternoon and go back in the office and maybe do a little bit more paperwork before we run back down into the other field, that same field, get her chopped up one last time, getting that seat bed ready, and maybe grab some breakfast. It is only 9 o'clock here on the farm, but we've torn it up in the last hour, and let's give us a break. Come back. Please join me for episode 4, and you will all know what's happening. We'll point it out tonight. So thanks for joining me, and until next time, thank you.